Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the broadcast of this year's 2011 Columbia Main Street Christmas Parade. I'm Dan Jaynes, along with former 64 state representative and current captain of the Columbia Fire Department, Tyler Cobb. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. Christmas is here. It's a great night for the Christmas parade, 48 degrees, and we've got over 72 entries. So we're going to have a good parade here in downtown Columbia.
I think we are. As a matter of fact, with the sounds of the sirens in the background, you're going to know always it is time for a parade in downtown Columbia. Well, at least you hope it's time for a parade in downtown Columbia.
It's time. I hear the police sirens, so that means we're ready to go.
That's right. Columbia Main Street's been putting on this parade for quite some time. I've been involved in it one way or the other for, I guess maybe 16, 17 years, and this is the first time you and I have co-hosted together.
First time for the last 6 or 7 years I've actually been riding in the parade, and the temperature has been much colder than it is tonight in the past, so Snowbird's probably the only one that's not happy that it's not colder.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't want to see Snowbird right now. Not at all. The first entry in the parade we'll have this year will be the Columbia Main Street organization itself, with board members carrying the Columbia Main Street banner. The Columbia Main Street works to revitalize the downtown district, serves as director of tonight's parade. Christy Martin is, as a matter of fact, she's over here kind of looking on,
setting up,
overseeing everything that's going on parade-wise.
Parade always has run smoothly with Columbia Main Street in charge, and Christy and her staff. They always do a good job, and everything's well organized, and we're thankful for all they do.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, Christy and I worked together for, I think we said a few minutes ago that we were talking more years than we wish to acknowledge.
What are you saying, longer than I've been alive? Or what?
Well, I won't go that far, my friend,
okay.
But you could possibly be right.
We have the Columbia Police Department leading the way with their motorcycle units and street cars, and they always do a good job of blocking off the street and protecting our community. We appreciate them.
Matter of fact, if you don't get downtown pretty early for a Christmas parade or a Mule Day parade, then chances are about 4:45 in the afternoon of the Christmas parade, you're going to be shut out from downtown Columbia in certain places.
The streets are locked down, and they get ready early to get this parade going.
You know, it's kind of neat. There's a whole lot of people out here. There's more people than we thought was going to be here for a Christmas parade, and I guess people are just ready this year. You know, the economy's been the way it's been for several years, and things are kind of lightening up a little bit, and I think people are just ready for Christmas to get underway. Got more emergency vehicles on the way. As a matter of fact, looks like we still are waiting for the Columbia Main Street folks to come by.
I think next, right after the Columbia Police Department, we have the Murray County Sheriff's Department also in line, helping out.
Yeah, they're trying to clear the street. Sheriff Enoch George and his crew. As a matter of fact, they do. In a lot of cases, they put the reserve deputies on for this evening.
They do. They help out at the Christmas parade, especially at the intersections, directing traffic. And the reserve program is very important to Murray County. A lot of volunteer hours go into that, and we thank Sheriff Enoch George and Captain Jimmy Tennyson for all they do to help.
Yeah, Jimmy Tennyson and I graduated back in 1972 from Central High School. It shows you how old Jimmy is. It kind of shows you how old I am, too.
He's been with the Sheriff's Department a long time.
Yeah, he has.
Sure has.
Yes, he has. And does a very good job, and we appreciate what he and all the other folks. Matter of fact, all of our police, fire, military folks put their life on the line every single day, and we appreciate everything that our military does for us, and for our police and firemen and EMTs out there. Gosh, man, if we didn't have those guys around, we all would be in a world of hurt. And so we appreciate everything that you guys do, and all you ladies do for Murray County and for our nation. Now we're fixing to see the downtown Columbia Main Street community from the Columbia Main Street organization. Board members carrying the downtown Columbia Street banner. The Columbia Main Street works to revitalize the downtown district and serves as director of tonight's parade, and the director of the Main Street organization is Christy Martin.
Good group.
A very big group. None of them singing at the moment, but
none of them singing, but they're moving right along and keeping pace with the patrol cars. If we can get the fire department here to keep up.
Well, as a matter of fact, here comes some firemen in all decked out. What is that called?
That is firefighter turnout gear, PPE, personal protective equipment. Columbia Fire Department in Engine 1 leading the parade.
Now, which engine do you normally ride?
I ride engine 1. I'm captain on engine 1 downtown.
Oh, okay.
So
all right.
this is the fire engine that I ride in, and you see the firefighters in their full turnout gear. This time of year, Dan, is important to remember, and the Columbia Fire Department wants me to pass this on to encourage residents to check their smoke detectors and make sure they have a working smoke detector in the home, and also have a family escape plan in case emergency does happen.
Now, the state fire marshal came out today and said that during the Christmas season, it's very important to check your fire alarm weekly.
Never hurts. You can never check it enough, I can assure you that. But we encourage people to at least check them monthly, but it never hurts to check them at least weekly. That doesn't hurt either. But
it only takes just a second to run that test button.
Only takes a second. And Columbia Fire Department is a well-organized department with about 90 personnel under the direction of Fire Chief Lee Bergeron, who has done a good job since coming to Columbia, and we appreciate all they do. And not only is he a good fire chief, but he's a good person active in the community, and we appreciate that.
Yes, he is. Knights of Columbus 4th Degree Assembly in full regalia. The Knights of Columbus are dressed in full regalia and carrying the colors of our nation. Knights of Columbus always do a good job. Steve Cons is a member of the Knights of Columbus, and he will sell you a Tootsie Roll in a heartbeat.
Everybody knows Steve Cons. He's probably selling them out there in the parade, you know?
I wouldn't doubt it. As a matter of fact, that would be followed by Knights of Columbus Miss Tootsie, and here she comes.
Thank you.
In the Tootsie Rolls?
Yep. Oh, they have more Tootsies this year. Used to be just a one Tootsie Roll.
I would say the Tootsie Rolls are pretty warm tonight.
Yeah, I would say so. Not bad at all. Not bad.
Got 3 or 4 Tootsie Rolls out there. So.
And that's going to be followed by the Knights for Christ. Members of the Knights of Christ represent the Christian Motorcyclists Association on bikes, and also pulling ministry team trailer to all their biking events and rallies. Matter of fact, what you're seeing now would be the trailer that they pull, and that's going to be followed by the motorcyclist. And that's the one thing that I do eventually want to get me before I retire.
Motorcycle?
I want to get me a Harley Lowrider Fat Boy is what I want.
You'd be riding in style, Dan.
Yeah, but you know, chances of that happening are pretty slim.
Well, I tell you what, the Knights for Christ, they are out in force tonight. I see, looks like about 25 bikes here.
Yeah. Now the tricycle is what I need.
Tricycle?
Yeah, the tricycle. Those are the ones I need.
I'll let you
so
ride.
Therefore, it won't fall over.
It's a good idea, but I think I'm going to let you ride for me. So
okay.
I'm going to stay away from the motorcycles and just stay on the fire engine.
Okay. Well, so you got all the safety equipment you need on the fire truck. And that's another thing, too, folks. Watch out for your motorcyclists out there. It's a very, very important thing to do, especially these guys. They can be masked behind a truck. You can't see them. They can't see you. And, man, look at these things, the way they're decorated up. Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Who's next, Dan?
I believe that would be the Gold Wing Road Riders Association. Now, I tried earlier tonight to get Ty to say that 5 times real fast, and he wouldn't do it. But that would be followed by the 53-member strong of the Columbia Central Navy Junior ROTC Military Drill and Marching Unit, is led by Master Chief Enoch Luna and Major Don Geving. These guys are some of the most disciplined individuals you will find at Columbia Central High School. They have a fantastic program, and just take a look at how many of these guys are in uniform, guys and gals in uniform, and these are members of the Navy Junior ROTC, and they fight for position at Columbia Central High School football games and basketball games to be on the flag corps.
This is a good group of young men and women at Columbia Central, and Major Don Gevin does a good job with these kids, and they impress me every year.
Yeah.
Good examples in the community, and they set a good example for the NJROTC program.
Yes, they do. And I'm always impressed with the discipline that's instilled by Major Don Geving and by Master Chief Enoch Luna. And not only that, but those are good guys. They are really good guys. Some of the best you'll find.
I see Snowbird.
Oh, do you see Snowbird?
Channel 4 WSMV Snowbird. He has been around for a while, nearly 30 years with Channel 4, the bird with the word, on school closings in Middle Tennessee. Kids never get tired of hearing him say, "No school." No school. He's riding on a nice 1964 Chevrolet Corvette, convertible style.
Now that's a ride.
That's a ride. He is riding in style. He hadn't got to say no school much this year, has he?
No, he hasn't. Not yet. The other day he came close, but for a couple of schools over toward the plateau, he got a chance to say no school or letting out early, but so far none for Murray County. Now, that's not to say by the time that we air on Channel 13 with Columbia Power and Water Broadband that there's not any school. Of course, we hope there'll be a break by that time. But, and by the way, our Christmas Parade segment is being produced by Ross Jaynes of Columbia Power and Broadband.
Ross got here about 5 o'clock to set up. He worked hard.
Yes, he did.
He was here early, way before anybody else was, getting everything set up, and he works hard every year to make sure that the people of Columbia and the Columbia Power viewers get to see the Christmas parade that can't make it out.
Exactly, and we do appreciate all of his efforts and all of his work. CHS Student Government and Cheerleaders, members of the Central High School Student Government and Cheerleading Team. This group is under the direction of Mark Orman. I hear that truck a-coming. It's coming down the road. I'm sorry, that was sad. But I just had to say it.
It's like Floyd and Floyd Contractors are pulling them tonight.
Yep. That's a very pretty float.
I like that. It's a long float.
Yeah.
Got a lot of people on it. And
absolutely.
The girls are dressed nice in their dresses, and the cheerleaders are well represented for Columbia Central High School.
You know, the one thing that I do miss in a Christmas parade, though, is the throwing of candy.
Yeah, it's been a while since they've let that happen.
They kind of outlawed that, and you can understand why. Because the kids would go out and get in the road, and you don't want that to happen. Woodard Elementary rope team is coming up. They'll be here in just a second in your camera's view. That's Woodard Elementary Jump Rope Team, one of the 5 teams in Tennessee sponsored by the American Heart Association. As a matter of fact, they're jumping right now as they're coming down the roadway. Woodard Elementary Jump Team goes all over Murray County to different schools. And they do a lot of great work. And, of course, they're sponsored by the American Heart Association. Jump for Life.
You know, the Jump for Life has been around a long time, too. I remember participating in that when I was in school and promoting health and promoting fitness, and appreciate the American Heart Association for sponsoring this at Woodard Elementary.
Now, I got to tell you, you can't see this on camera, and you might be able to see this on camera at some point, but you got Christy Martin over here. She's directing traffic. She's having people move on. And she's doing a fantastic job.
They are moving consistently
yes,
down
they are.
West 7th Street.
Fantastic jumpers. Uh-oh, looks like we had an equipment malfunction there for a second.
Now he's moving. Young man pulling his wagon.
And that's going to be followed by the Murray County Youth Football, Murray County Bulldogs Youth Football Team, members and coaches. And we know that Manuel Young is involved heavily in the Murray County.
Dan, this is your future Central football players, and I've been out to watch them play on Saturday mornings, and they go at it, buddy. They are a talented young group of men, and Manuel and them put a lot of time into coaching them and preparing them for the future.
And not only that, but Manuel goes to all the Central games to see how these kids have progressed through their high school season, their junior high seasons, and does a really, really good job. Spring Hill Youth Football Association team members and coaches. They're called the Shifa. And that will be followed closely by the King's Daughter School, Spring Hill Youth Football. Of course, they just went by. King's Daughter School brings a float with a miniature city filled with silver bells and happy children. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but silver bells in the city is the theme of this year's Columbia Main Street Christmas Parade.
I think,
as a matter of fact, here comes the King's Daughter's float. They're trying to honk to get folks out of the way.
You can tell those kids on the jump ropes are in shape. They're moving right along. They've got way ahead of the rest of the group.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, if I started with that tie, I'd get about a block. And that'd be about as far as I'd get. And then we'd be calling Engine 1.
Engine 1, Medic 1, somebody.
That's exactly right. Somebody come and help me.
I like that float.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Pretty neat.
King's Daughter School.
Detail.
Miniature city filled with silver bells and happy children. Very, very nice. And a lot of folks wonder why they can't have a Christmas parade in the daytime, but you couldn't see the beautiful lights if you did.
I like the night Christmas parades.
Yeah.
I mean, the floats with the beautiful Christmas decorations and Christmas lights at night, it adds to it. And the Christmas parade here in Columbia at night has always been special, and I liked it. You know, the rain hadn't kept people away. Last week it was canceled, but tonight a very good crowd attending, and the weather's just right.
So I think that the rain last week might have helped the crowd for tonight, because they were anticipating a parade last Monday night, didn't get one, so they had an opportunity to come out tonight. Not as cold as it probably would have been at some point, so it's looking very, very nice right now. Precision Dance in School will be coming into your picture momentarily. Under the direction of Lisa Walker and Addie Brown, Precision Dance in School for the Performing Arts. And they'll be coming up here shortly. We'd like to remind you, you are watching Channel 13, Columbia Power and Water System Broadband, for the Columbia Main Street Christmas Parade 2011, Silver Bells in the City.
I'm going to leave the singing to you.
Ring along, hear the ring. I'm sorry.
Well,
I heard some Dean Martin today doing some Christmas music. I just have to break into it. And that would be the Precision Dance team as they're on their float.
And the dancers are right behind them.
Yeah.
Now they're jamming with some music.
There you go.
Oh, they're going to do us a little dance show here, Dan.
Little Santa baby.
I think that's the first music we've had tonight.
I believe so.
So
I think there might have been a little music on the King's Daughters, but it wasn't up loud, very loud. But this is nice for them to dance to. Again, I couldn't dance, but maybe a half a block.
Precision Dance in School. I never took those classes, but stayed away from that.
I've always been concerned that your dancing would be less than stellar.
Stay away from dancing. Let's move on. Next we have Pastor Steve Gray and the Word of Life Inner City Youth Ministry.
Oh, Pastor Steve Gray does a fantastic job. Matter of fact, he's one of the best in Columbia. He's one of our top 10, I guarantee.
Very involved with our youth here in the community, and I can hear him singing Christmas carols. Pastor Gray and Word of Life Ministry, I think they work with over 120 to 130 kids each year.
They do. And I think all he has to do is make a phone call and ask for help, and people are more than happy to jump in and do some volunteer work for him.
You're right. He's had the support of the Columbia City Council and community leaders in the past, and still does here in the future, which is a sign that he does a good job with our youth.
Absolutely. Columbia Church of God is up next with Rockabye Jesus, offered by members of the Columbia Church of God with Pastor Victor Alley. The flow depicts a small nativity scene with Christmas music performed by church members.
Very nice nativity scene.
Absolutely. And that's followed by St. Luke United Methodist Church. St. Luke's United Methodist Church meets on the Santa Fe Pike and joins us tonight. As a matter of fact, this church was where we used to meet when I was a Boy Scout, when I lived off of Santa Fe Pike.
And they have their Christmas bells decorated in white lights and colorful lights around the Christmas float. What's next, Dan?
That's going to be the St. Paul AME Church. Once again, Wanda Granberry brings the St. Paul AME Church group along with the city scene, complete with bells and carolers. Well, that would be bellers.
I think you're right on track.
I'm not so sure about that, but that's okay. And that will be followed by St. Peter Episcopal Church. Members of the St. Peter Episcopal Church Youth Choir, along with Father Richard Zelzak, offer a Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
St. Peter's is right down the street.
Yes, it is. And you know, a lot of these folks, they really spend a lot of time on these floats.
They sure do. They put a lot of time. I know the Columbia Fire Department started working on their float about a week ago. So
yeah. As a matter of fact, the ladies to my left over here, which are off camera with Christy Martin, are the ones who are judging tonight's.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
they're judging tonight's parade.
Hopefully we'll know by the end of the parade who won.
This will be First Baptist Church, First Family Worship Ministries performing songs from their Christmas presentation. Handbells are being rung by choir members.
They are jamming to some music.
Yes,
Christmas
they are.
Music and big group.
That is followed by the Culleoka Blue Knights Drill Team. Marching in military style, the Blue Knights Drill Team is outfitted with flags and white wooden guns.
See Butch Sutton, teacher from Culleoka, leading that group. He's a former police officer.
And then a Christmas parade would not be a Christmas parade without the Cub Scouts, the Boy Scouts, and the Girl Scouts. Cub Scout Pack 105, chartered through First United Methodist Church here in downtown Columbia, with Monty Sneed and Caledonian Financial being their chartered representative. Mr. Sneed also currently serves as chairman of the Columbia Main Street Organization.
That's a well-decorated float. And after that, we have Girl Scout Troop number 137, along with Director Angela Price. Girl Scout Troop 137 brings a sled of silver bells and ringing silver bells.
A very pretty float. Then that's followed by Girl Scout Troop 541 and 1362. Brownie Troop and Junior Troop members walking together with signs and Santa hats.
Got my Santa hat on tonight, Dan.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Ty Cobb and his amazing Santa hat.
If I'd known you didn't wear yours, I would have brought you one.
Well, did you buy that one?
I did.
Oh, no. There's no way you bought that one. Someone gave you that hat. Girl Scout Troop 1311. Along with Penny Covington, includes junior, cadet, and senior scouts on a float. And they're coming into the picture now.
Then we have Girl Scout Troop number 1448 with silver bells and dressed in Christmas attire. Yeah, they're dressed as bells.
Right.
Tell you what, the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts are well represented here.
Absolutely. One of my favorites of all time, though, hasn't made it down the street yet, and that's the 40 and 8 train. Because I remember as a kid at Riverside School, the 40 and 8 train.
But they're in the parade.
For the Riverside Carnival.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I always liked the 40 and 8 train.
Are you one of the Riverside River Rats?
Yes, it was, as a matter of fact. Well, not from a student standpoint, yes. But from a living standpoint, no.
Okay.
I was not a Riverside rat. Riverside Elementary Girl Scout Troop 1505. Gail Sasson brings Girl Scout Daisy members from Troop 1505 with silver bells.
You like that truck?
Absolutely. Friends of First Presbyterian Church riding in country style. A few friends at First Presbyterian Church are escorted by Will Satterwhite and all wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas.
Now that is a country style pickup truck.
That is a mud truck right there.
I tell you what.
That's a bogger. That's a mud bogger. It might not be
street legal, but it's legal tonight.
Yeah, it is. For the Christmas parade. That's Will Satterwhite and his group of folks. Of course, John Satterwhite and Argie Two of the best people in Maury County for sure.
No doubt.
Columbia Dance Academy, Miss Millie Landers brings her dance school, which consists of a traveling group of dancers performing a bell-themed routine. Here they come.
They're jamming to some Christmas music of what song is that, Dan?
Silver Bells.
Silver Bells, yeah.
Silver Bells. Silver Bells. You want me to sing it for you?
No.
In the city. Yeah.
If you're interested in the Columbia Dance Academy, call 490-0575.
That's right. And they're doing a fabulous job.
Learn to dance. We'll sign you up next week.
No. Arthur Murray couldn't even do anything with me. What are you talking about?
This is the group I need to be with coming up next, the Columbia Cycling Club. Members of the Columbia Cycling Club are in their groove this holiday season as they canvass the parade route on their bicycles. In their Christmas lights, they are pulling a bicycle trailer, also decorated as a sleigh complete with Santa Claus. But it's not the official Santa Claus.
No. That's later. And then we get the official start to...
It's a balloon Santa Claus.
Yeah. That's true.
Make sure you get a good shot of that, Ross. You can find the Columbia Cycling Club all over Maury County, not just in Columbia, but they ride a lot of miles and are in good tip-top shape.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they have a track set up for the ones who do cross-country work out at off the Santa Fe Pike. Part of our Maury County Parks and Recreation.
Actually, those Christmas lights on their wheels look good. They might need to have them on there year-round.
They look fabulous.
What's next?
That would be the Social Clubs of Columbia, a local organization of women, ladies in motion, has a desire to give back to the community. Their organization also includes unique diamonds, precious jewels, and roses of class. That'd be followed by the Maury County YMCA. YMCA Director Robin Graham brings a group of Y staff and members walking to promote the exercise of walking along the streets of our community.
The YMCA. Robin Graham leads the effort out there, and
these are the folks I don't want to have to call, but if I need to, I know that I can. That's Maury Regional EMS. Shane Ware of Maury Regional EMS brings a supervisor truck, a trailer, an ambulance, and all-terrain vehicle to tonight's parade.
They are decked out in full force here tonight. Of course, Maury EMS does a great job in our community and answers thousands of calls, emergency and non-emergency calls, and a lot of times they go overlooked, but they're the first line of help when you get sick or have a heart attack, a medical emergency. Maury EMS is there to help you.
And what's really fantastic about these folks, and I've seen them work on a personal basis, they don't panic.
They sure don't. Have you noticed, too, that Maury Regional's ambulance color codes have changed to the blue now?
Yeah.
From the traditional orange ambulances.
And that's because the state legislature finally let them do it.
That's correct. That's correct. So I actually like the new ambulances in the blue. What is in Unit 134 here? Somebody's got to ride in the ambulance.
Yes, they do. It looks like it could be. It might be another blow-up Santa Claus.
Not the real one, but the blow-up.
That's true. Marine Corps League Muletown. The Marine Corps League of Muletown is conducting the Toys for Tots campaign. Man, what a great, great organization. In our community this holiday season, the toy drive is organized to collect new unwrapped toys for Maury County economically disadvantaged children ages 17 and under. And man, what a fantastic job they do.
They do. Toys for Tots.
Here it comes. American Legion Post 19. Veterans carrying the American Legion Post 19 banner and the 48 train and Poppy Queen. Sam Patterson of the American Legion brings the 48 train with very good special guest, the Poppy Queen.
Jaynes Patterson is the veteran director, and he has done a great job. And we appreciate our veterans and the service they have given to our country and our community. Parade's moving along now.
Yes, it is. Well, Christy's down here saying, move along. Move along.
She is.
Columbia Police Department brings the Boys and Girls Club of Maury County to the parade on a float escorted by the CFD fire engine. The Columbia Fire Department wants to thank the local community for support all year and wishes everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. They also wish to remind to place smoke detectors in your home and to change your smoke detector batteries twice each year. But the new rule now is during the Christmas holiday season, because of all the lights, check that thing once a week.
Check it. Make sure it's working. Not only do you have a smoke detector, but make sure you have a working smoke detector.
Exactly right.
Tell you what, I am proud of the Columbia Fire Department. They are decked out, and they have a great float. Look at that Christmas tree with fire hats and
well, with the turnout gear on, they're ready to go in a moment's notice now.
They're warm. I can tell you. They are warm and comfortable. I see Renee Lovett.
Absolutely.
Kenneth Lovett's wife up on top of that. Yep. She's a new administrative assistant at the fire department.
Is she?
Yep.
All right. Cal Ripken Baseball. The Cal Ripken Baseball League promotes Ripken Baseball, formerly known as the Columbia National Little League.
I like their uniforms.
Absolutely.
The orange and black.
Yep. Shaking hands.
They are excited.
And that's going to be followed by Jerry Heiner, a 1974 Volkswagen Beetle, and a 1950 retro trailer. Here it comes. It'll be coming in your picture here shortly.
You can't miss it. Pink. I mean, it's all pink.
Right. This is the Cal Ripken baseball float that you're looking at right now. And that's going to be followed by the 1974 Volkswagen Beetle and the 1950 retro trailer.
I tell you what, I like this Volkswagen Beetle here.
Once again, you are enjoying the Columbia Main Street Parade on Channel 13, Columbia Power and Water System Broadband, here in Columbia, Tennessee. Now, you know, for a guy my size, and a guy as tall as you are,
not going to work well.
You never fit in that trailer.
No, not going to work.
No way.
My feet would be hanging out, no doubt. But I do like the pink Volkswagen.
That's pink.
That's cool.
That's pink.
That's pink.
Yeah, that's Pepto pink right there. And that is followed by American Idol Season 10 contestant Serena Joy Crow. She participated in the American Idol Season 10 and is scheduled to release a new single in January 2012.
She did a great job on American Idol, and this girl can sing, I can tell you.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think she sang for the national anthem for the Ty Cobb Fish Fry.
She sure did. She's been in my events every year. I love to have her out to sing. She's a great singer. Followed
by Tiffany Smith, Miss Mule Day Queen. Tiffany Smith is a 2011 Miss Mule Day Queen and is a radiology student at Columbia State Community College. Followed by Little Miss Maury County. Little Miss Maury County, Carolina Johnson attends First Methodist Preschool, loves the color pink and horses. She's the daughter of Ted and Marnie Johnson. And that's followed by Miss Maury County, which is Miss Maury County is Brittany Sharp.
Brittany Sharp and Tiffany Smith, and those girls have done a great job representing Maury County this year as well. Tiffany is from Mount Pleasant, and Brittany is from Santa Fe. Relay for Life is next, Dan.
That'll be the Maury County Royalty for Relay Queens, represent the first group of annual royalty for Relay Pageant winners, Relay for Life. That's followed by Miss Fairest of the Fair 2011. Jennifer Richardson is the Miss Fairest of the Fair 2011.
I like that ride, too.
Yeah. And that will be followed by another dance team, Whitman's Dance Company. Whitman School of Dance offers tap, ballet, jazz, and modern dance.
What is that, a penguin?
Yeah. I know. Yeah, it's a penguin.
I think so.
Hey, man, go down.
With candy canes and... I know who's next. That looks like Keith Baker on his motorcycle.
That is.
Baker Holmes. Baker Holmes
joins us tonight in the 1960 T-Bird. It's in the parade as well. That is the Harley Hearse from Heritage Funeral Home.
Heritage Funeral Home on Bear Creek Pike.
Right. And then we'll have Jim Kane and his friends from Heritage Funeral Home. They wish you a Merry Christmas. We've got more folks coming. I believe this would be, if I'm not mistaken, this would be the Baker Homes float. They always have a big
They sure do. And yep,
float in the parade.
That is a very big float with snowman and I think the staff of Heritage Funeral Home. That is a well-decorated float.
Very beautiful float.
I'd say it's got a chance to win something tonight.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I see our judges going. They're going full tilt boogie on the right and over here.
Cash Express.
Heather Johnson of Cash Express is offering pay advances for Christmas and title loans. Cash Express is located 1907D Carmack Boulevard.
Well, I think we have some competition here for Baker Homes. They've got some competition coming up. I like this float. Who is this, Dan?
Will this be Discovery Gymnastics?
You're correct.
Discovery Gymnastics makes its first appearance tonight with plenty of gymnasts and tumblers.
That float took some time.
Yes, it did. Discovery Toy Store. I like that. That is very, very pretty. And that's going to be followed by someplace that a lot of folks have come to know and love, would be a Doggy Doo's Pet Salon. Amanda Betchett of Doggy Doo's Pet Salon comes with dogs and children dressed up in holiday finery.
Now that's a doghouse.
That is a doghouse. That's big enough for a guy to stay in.
Yep. It's bigger than the pink Volkswagen.
The trailer on the back of the pink Volkswagen.
Now, the dogs are ready for Christmas.
Yep.
No doubt about that.
Matter of fact, I need to make sure that ours gets down for Christmas. And that's going to be followed by my friends at Middle Tennessee Bone and Joint. Middle Tennessee Bone and Joint joins us tonight and reminds all that they're here to take care of your bone and joint needs. Chances are, after walking the parade, they may be down at the clinic tomorrow morning.
They might be. There might be a bunch of people down at the clinic tomorrow.
That's going to be followed by Eagle Machine, Sugar Ridge Bluegrass. Eagle Machine brings the Sugar Ridge Bluegrass Band, wishing you a bluegrass Christmas.
Tell you what, Eagle Machine has a nice ride pulling their float.
Yes, they do.
Big full-size 4x4. I like it. Now I think Jim Kane's on the way with Heritage Funeral Home.
Okay.
Maybe we missed him because that is Liberty Tax Service, is it not?
Yes, it is. That's Liberty Tax Service. Reminds you to contact them this tax season. Tonight they're handing out crowns and candy. And that's going to be followed by Mike's Towing, LLC. Mike and Patricia Lentz of Mike's Towing wish you a Merry Christmas from their rollback truck and decorated bed.
Mike's a good guy, but hopefully nobody will need him.
No, I've needed him on several occasions, but that was only because the car wouldn't start or couldn't get it to the get new tires on it and things like that. Service Master by Stetchen & Son. Service Master for all your cleaning and restoration needs. WLX, Ben Luna from WLX Radio comes from Lawrenceburg to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. As a matter of fact, they're always in our
97.5.
Yep. Danny Shelton of Sundrop Bottling comes from Pulaski to wish Columbians a Merry Christmas. Some states get it, others don't.
That's correct.
Sundrop.
Sundrop quenches your thirst.
Absolutely.
I think we have the Yip Yap.
All right. Yip Yap Pet Salon. Angie Roberts and her staff at Yip Yap Pet Salon invite you to let them rub, scrub, and groom your pets for the holiday season.
I like the pink.
Oh, yeah.
Pink Christmas tree, it looks like.
You're into this pink thing tonight.
I know. I like the pink. I mean,
it's pretty.
Got a little gap here, it looks like.
Just a little bit of a gap.
The parade has been moving consistently.
We would like to thank Christy Martin and everyone with the Downtown Main Street Association for all of their hospitality for the evening. Remind you that you are watching Channel 13, Columbia Power and Water System Broadband. Tonight's parade is produced by Ross Jaynes. absolute yeoman's job of making sure everything is set up and doing his best to direct traffic.
Ross is the man. I think we have Atmos Energy.
Yeah, check out this. Past parade winner Atmos Energy joins us tonight and wishes everyone a very Merry Christmas. As a matter of fact, this is way cool right here, guys.
This train's a hit. I've seen it at the chili cook-off and around town. A lot of people like the Atmos Energy train. And there's another inflatable Santa.
Yeah.
But not the real Santa.
Not the real Santa.
But he's coming up.
But there's a gas guy on a Segway around here. Here he comes.
Ah.
There he is.
Of course, that's a new way of doing the meter reading now.
It is. Yeah, I saw the guy come in my yard the other day. That was pretty cool.
Hey, there goes the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, I think the Liberty just came up. Riverside Discount Furniture is in this year. ABC Learning Center has decked out their store in front of downtown Columbia with street carolers, a Christmas tree, and shoppers. We're still seeing Atmos.
Atmos still has a dump truck with blue lights. Atmos has several entries in this year's Christmas parade. But I have to say, the train steals the show. It might be a winner again this year.
It could be. It could be. They put a lot of time and effort into that. And that's going to be followed by First Farmers and Merchants Bank City Scene, all decked out in Christmas spirit. Randy Stevens and all the folks do a fantastic job at First Farmers and Merchants. I don't think there's probably anybody in town who doesn't know someone who works for First Farmers and Merchants Bank.
One thing you can say about First Farmers and Merchants Bank, they are always supportive of the community.
Yes,
and always involved, and we appreciate all they do and for being involved in this year's Christmas parade.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much.
And I can hear one of your great groups that you enjoy, the Columbia Central High School Band.
I get the great pleasure every home game of Columbia Central High School football to introduce the band at halftime, and that's one of my things I like to do.
Well, I know that's special to you too because your kids were involved in the Columbia Band also.
Yep.
And
Ross spent 4 years, Elaine spent 4 years. 2001 was a very special year because that was the one year and the only year that Columbia Central has won the grand championship.
That is awesome. I remember
and both of my children were on the field at the same time. One was a band manager, Ross was in the drum line. That was a very, very special time for us.
Well, I always have known that football is important to you, but that Columbia Central High School Band means the world to you.
But
too.
I got to tell you that the Columbia Central football team over the last 2 years has become a passion for me. For them to go through what they went through with being runners-up that year, and then going through with what they went through with Dylan Rabior last year to win the state championship, that has been a very, very special time for me, a very, very special friendships I have made, and I'll never forget any of that.
Hey, blue shirt, go around the back.
I know that, Dan, and but being with you in the press box at the games, I can see how much it touches you, and those kids love you too. But I just want to say thank you for all you do for Columbia Central High School and their sports department, and also the marching band. And you are instrumental in that school, and I know your heart's in it. And on behalf of them, I want to say thank you.
Well, I appreciate
you're
that.
always there for
I appreciate that a lot.
The band is always strong. I can't think of a year where they hadn't been impressive.
They are still probably the largest band in the state of Tennessee, or in Middle Tennessee for sure. Now, there are some bigger bands over in East Tennessee at Science Hill, and there are some bigger bands over in West Tennessee, but you won't find an organization as disciplined and the way that they play their music as this band does.
I tell you, if you can't get fired up Friday night football at Columbia Central High School, when the purple runs out on the field and the band's playing the music, I don't know what to fire you up. But
ladies and gentlemen, the Columbia Central High School Marching Band. Of course, you have the Flag Corps coming first. And I've got to say that Connie Cathy works that, what they call the guard, for all you folks who are watching, the guard for the Columbia Central High School Marching Band. A lot of people call them the Flag Corps. Those flags are handmade.
Oh, really?
Those flags are handmade by the ladies in what we used to call the sweatshop. And they do a fantastic job every year of making the flags. And she does a wonderful job of not only getting the ladies in the guard to do in coordination with the band music. That's the hardest thing. And it's special, man. It is special.
How's Columbia Central's basketball team doing?
You know, I really enjoy the band music. Now, right now, they're having a little bit of trouble, but I think after the first of the year, they'll be fine. I can tell you this, that Hal Merrill, basketball coach for the Columbia Central boys, and does a fantastic job of getting those kids whipped into shape.
Let's enjoy the Columbia Central High School band for a moment.
Pageantry, what is the Columbia Central High School Marching Band? I believe it's 187 members strong this year.
They've already got you ready for football season again, haven't they?
I'm pumped. Let's go. Santa Horse, Mrs. Santa Horse, and Santa Elf dressed in Christmas finery. These horses are sure to delight tonight's crowd. And here they go. And ladies and gentlemen,
it's time.
It is time to officially ring in Christmas to Columbia, Tennessee, and Maury County.
On the old Aaron's Fox.
Riding on the Aaron's antique Fox fire engine is Santa and Mrs. Santa, along with some very special friends, wishing all of Columbia and Maury County a very Merry Christmas.
Santa likes riding on Aaron's Fox. He's done it for as many years as I can remember.
A project started by former Fire Chief Don Martin. A lot of hands went into rebuilding the Aaron's Fox, and is a complete working fire engine as of today.
Santa looks like he's ready.
Santa's ready.
He is.
He's ready to bring him on in town.
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Merry Christmas, fat man.
I've been good this year. I hope you'll come see me. And that's it.
And that is it for the Silver Bells in the City 2011 Columbia Main Street Christmas Parade.
Let's see if we can get Christy Martin over here real quick. Well, that's it. Maybe Christy's busy, but
well, you know the sound of the sound of the big Johnstons when they come by cleaning up the streets. It is the end of the parade. So for everybody, for Ross Jaynes, for Ty Cobb, I'm Dan Jaynes. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Merry Christmas.